Okay, topic 8.1 is reflections. A reflection is one of the three rigid transformations. A reflection takes a pre-image and it reflects. So basically it flips each point across either the x-axis, so it's either here and flips here or here and flips here, the y-axis, or a given line. So the first thing we're going to do here is we are giving you these points, okay? So point A is the point -6, 7. The point B is a point -6, 1. And the point C is -2, 1. Now this right here is my pre-image. What am I starting with? So let's go ahead and let's graph those points. This is my x-axis. This is my y-axis. So the first point is -6, so -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I'm going to go up 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's going to be my point A. My point B is going to go to -6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to +1. So that's going to be my B. Oh, don't write prime, sorry. Don't write prime. And then C is -2, 1. Let's use a straight edge and draw our triangle because that's the shape that we have here. Next, your image. Now this one is reflecting across the x-axis. So this right here is your x-axis. So basically what you're doing is this point's going to flip down to here. And look at, I'm going up 1, so that one's going to go down 1. And look at, I went up 7, I'm going to go down 7. Because look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now go down 7 from the x-intercept. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And here is going to be your image. Now this is the one that's going to have the prime. That one's the one that's going to have the prime. So right here, your A prime is now going to be the point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, -6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Your new B was -6, and then it's down 1, so -1. The new C, it's going -2, -1. I'm hoping you guys can see the relationship here. If you look, all your X's are staying the same. You see that? -6, -6, -2. But what's happening to the Y's? They are changing signs. So your Y's are changing signs. Okay, let's try the next one. So let me go ahead and let me graph these points first. So my pre-image, the A is going to be the point 2, -3. Here's my x-axis, here's my y-axis. X is 2, y is -3. That's going to be my A right here. My B is the point 6, -1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, -1. So that's going to be my B. And then my C is the point 5, -6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now, once again, you are reflecting across the x-axis. So here's the x-axis. So you're reflecting this up. If you notice, I went down 1, 2, 3. So now I'm going to go up 3, 1, 2, 3. That's going to be your A prime. And then your B, you go down 1. So I'm going to go up 1. That's going to be my B prime. And then on my C, I went down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now I'm going to go up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now in your image, Your A prime is the 0.23. Your B prime is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. And your C prime is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 5, 6. Once again, notice, look at the points. All the X's are staying the same. But what's happening to the Y's? The Y's are all changing signs. So right here it says compare the pre-image coordinates to the image coordinates for the two examples above. What pattern do we see? We see that the X's are staying the same, the Y's are changing sign. So the rule for reflection across the x-axis is X remains the same and Y changes signs. So the rule here is going to be that the reflection across the x-axis takes your coordinate X and Y and it changes it. Now the X is going to stay the same, but the Y, since it's changing sign, I'm going to put negative Y. So this is the rule here for reflection across x-axis, reflection across x-axis. This is the pre-image, and this is going to be the final image. I'm going to go ahead and highlight that. Okay. That rule is going to work for all of the reflections across the x-axis. Now let's go ahead and let's go to the next example. Now the next example says we are reflecting across the y-axis. So once again, let's go ahead and let's graph our pre-image first. This is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. The first point is A, which is a -5, +6. So -5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, +6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's going to be my A. My B is the point -5, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up 1. That's going to be my B. And then my C is a -1, 2. So -1, +2. So that's going to be my C. And now when we are reflecting, we are going to reflect across the y-axis. So here's our y-axis. You're going to be reflecting it across this line right here. So now when I take this point right here, it's going to flip to this side. Since that's a C, that's going to be my C prime. My A, I went away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that to the left. So now I got to go 5 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's going to be right here. My B, from right here, I went to the left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now I'm going to go 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should be using a straight edge. So now my image, which is going to be the A prime, is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's the point +5, +6. My B prime is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, +1. And my C prime went 1 to the right, 2 up. So that's +1, +2. Let's look at the relationship here. On this one, notice your Y's are all the same. But look at your X's. Your X's are changing signs. Let's go ahead and try this one down here. So this is my pre-image. So I'm going to graph the point -2, 7, or 2, -7. So X is 2, Y is -7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then I have the point 6, -4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be my B. And then my C is the point 4, -1. 1, 2, 3, 4, -1. That's my C. And you are reflecting it once again across the y-axis. So now right here, the A, since I went 2 to the right, I'm going to go 2 to the left. That's going to be my new A. So I'm going to put that as A prime. On the B, I went to the right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now I'm going to go 6 the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. D, I went 4 this way, so I'm going to go 4 that to the left. So now on my image, my new A is 2, 1, 2. Oh, wait, sorry. This is my image now. It's -2 because it's 2 to the left, and then it's going to go down 7. My new B is right here, and I went over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, down 4. And my new C went 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left and down 1. Once again, all your Y's are the same. It's your X's that are changing. So the rule for reflection across the y-axis is the Y's are staying the same, the X's are changing. The Y stays the same, and X's are changing signs. So here's your rule. We are going to do a reflection across the y-axis. You take your X and your Y, and remember, the Y is staying the same. So whatever Y is, it's going to stay the same, but now the X's are changing signs, so I'm going to put a -X there. So it looks very similar to the reflection across the x-axis, but now the X is negative, where the reflection across the x-axis was the Y was a negative. So this was the pre-image on this side, and this was the image on that side. All right, the last reflection now. So these are 2 ones you want to write down. Are you reflecting across the y-axis, or are you reflecting across the x-axis? And then you're doing that rule. And the last one that we're going to be doing is the reflection across the y = x line. So here's our pre-image. I have the point A, which is a -4, 6. So this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. -4, 1, 2, 3, 4, +6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's my A. My B is a -6, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, +1, so it's up here. And then my C is going to be a -2, 1. So -2, +1. There's my C. Now, when you're reflecting across the y = x line, the y = x line is whatever x equals y equals. So at 0, you have 0. At 1, you have 1. At 2, you have 2. At 3, you have 3. At -1, you have -1. It's just this diagonal that's going across. This is going to be your reflection line, y = x. So this one might be a little bit harder to see. You might have to like fold the page, or right now I'm going to give you guys the formula. So on this one, if I reflect it across the page, this C is actually going to be right here. Now, if I take the reflection across this way, the A, it actually goes to 6 and then down to -4. And I can show you guys with patty paper if you guys have extra questions. The B, now on the B, if you look, your B was at -6, 1. So it actually goes over 1 and then it's going to go down 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If anything, grab your paper and fold it across that line. Fold it across that line. And you can see where that it's like overlapping it like this. So you see how it's matching up exactly? We can use patty paper as well. So on this one, my image, the A number is right here. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's +6, -4. My B, it's over 1 and then is down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then my C, it went over 1, down 2. Look at these. What's happening? The X and the Y are switching. The X and the Y are switching. So I'm actually going to use that for the next one because I don't want to fold my paper. So right here on A, if A is the number 2, -3. So let's go ahead and let's graph that. 2, -3. There's my A. Oh, wait. Yeah, X is 2, Y is -3. 1, 2, 3. Why was it going the wrong way? There's my A. Ignore that. B is the 0.6, -1. So 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, -1. That's my B. And then my C is 5, -6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you are reflecting it across the Y equals X line. So here's the Y equals X line. We just learned from here that all you do is you switch the X and the Y. So if this is my pre-image, I'm just going to switch the numbers. So this would be a -3 and a +2. So -3, +2. That's my new A. My new B, I'm going to switch it. It goes -1 and then +6. -1 up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then my C is going to switch it. It's going to be a -6, +5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And look, it does look like it folds across the line. So the rule here is you have to switch the X and the Y. So the rule for reflecting or reflection across the Y equals X line is you switch X and Y. So the rule right here, the way I'm going to write is I'm going to put a capital R and I'm going to put Y equals X. If I take X and Y, it's going to change to Y first, then X second. This right here was the pre-image. And this right here was the image. So just based off those 3 formulas, you can do it as long as you know how to use it. So those are the 3 formulas that you're going to need right there. Is it a reflection across the x-axis? If so, all you do is change the y value. Is it a reflection across the y-axis? Then all you do is you change the x-axis. If it's a reflection across the y equals x line, then you switch the location of the variables. And that concludes our notes on these transformations of reflection.